Jeff Speakman or Van Damme. Do you know Van Damme? A lot of action-adventure stars popping out of the woodwork.
Action stars don't talk about favorites. They talk about respect. Steven Seagal built his career on Aikido and attitude. For 3 decades, he's been breaking arms and taking names across 40 films. From Above the Law to Under Siege, he created a unique style, quiet intensity, brutal efficiency, characters who solved problems with bone-crushing precision. But Seagal didn't just admire martial artists. He studied classic Hollywood, actors who commanded screens without shouting, stars who made presence feel like power, the ones who understood that less is always more.
Say, man, you seen this girl?
I seen the top.
Seagal once revealed his favorite actors publicly, names that surprised people. No Bruce Lee, no Chuck Norris. Instead, he named legends from Hollywood's golden age, actors who built careers on subtlety and strength. Those names revealed everything about how Seagal sees himself, not as a fighter playing pretend, but as an actor using martial arts to tell stories. He mixed Eastern discipline with Western cinema tradition. Those 10 actors shaped that vision. Here are the performers Steven Seagal holds highest, and why their work defined his entire approach to film. 10. Robert Redford. Robert Redford made quiet power look effortless. Seagal named him as one of his favorite actors because Redford never shouted, never overplayed, just presence.
I'm Roy Hobbs, your new right fielder.
My what?
Right here.
That restraint influenced Seagal's entire screen persona. The way he moves, the way he talks, all borrowed from Redford's playbook.
He's a spiritual man or a quiet man or a family man or a private man. You know, all of those things are vital.
Redford built a career playing complicated men without explaining them. Seagal tried to do the same. His characters were often ex-CIA or former special forces, men with pasts they didn't discuss. Redford showed him how to carry that weight silently, how to suggest history without spelling it out. Seagal never worked with Redford, never shared a screen, but the influence runs deep. Watch Seagal in Above the Law, the stillness, the economy of movement. That's Redford filtered through Aikido. Seagal learned that movie stars don't need to do much, they just need to be. Redford perfected that art. Seagal spent 30 years trying to match it. One idol who taught him less is more. 9. Spencer Tracy. Spencer Tracy was the actor's actor. Seagal admired Tracy's naturalism, the way Tracy disappeared into roles without disappearing from the screen.
Yeah, but you do it, don't have the little corporal do it.
That balance fascinated Seagal.
It's a lot of fun, and people, you know, in these troubled times want to just get out there and have some simple fun.
How to be both ordinary and extraordinary at once. Tracy made it look simple. It wasn't. Tracy never telegraphed emotions, never showed the work. Seagal adopted that philosophy completely. His characters react instead of act. They don't warn villains, they just move. That comes from watching Tracy operate, underplaying until the moment demanded everything, then delivering with precision. Seagal's action films seem far from Tracy's dramas, but the core principle remains identical. Authenticity over performance, truth over theatrics. Tracy taught generations of actors that lesson. Seagal absorbed it fully. He might break arms instead of hearts, but the approach stays the same. One legend who proved that great acting looks like no acting at all. 8. Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper was the original strong, silent type. Seagal worshipped that archetype. Cooper played heroes who let actions speak, men of few words and certain convictions.
You're right.
No.
Seagal built his entire career trying to capture that essence, the modern Cooper. Updated for the action era, Cooper's performances in High Noon and Sergeant York showed Seagal what screen presence meant, standing still while everyone else panics, speaking softly while everyone else shouts. Cooper understood that power doesn't announce itself, it just exists. Seagal wanted that same gravity. The comparison might seem ambitious.
And I like the message. I liken it more than chapters of the book of Being able to get
Cooper won 2 Oscars. Seagal never came close, but the aspiration matters. Seagal studied Cooper's economy, how little Cooper needed to do to command attention. That became Seagal's blueprint. Minimal dialogue, maximum impact. Whether it worked is debatable, but the influence is undeniable. One icon who showed him how silence creates strength. 7. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood was the obvious influence. Seagal admitted it directly. Eastwood built a career on quiet menace. Characters who warned once, then acted. Seagal copied that formula completely. His characters give one warning, then violence. Pure Eastwood.
What a...
But Seagal also admired Eastwood's longevity, how Eastwood evolved from action star to director, from westerns to war films to drama. Seagal wanted that range, that respect.
Them a little bit of happiness and all that stuff. But I would have to say, I agree with you. I still think Above the Law is my favorite.
He tried directing with On Deadly Ground. It flopped critically, but the ambition came from watching Eastwood succeed. Eastwood made action films respectable, made them artistic. Seagal hoped to follow that path, mix martial arts with environmental activism, spiritual themes with bone-breaking action. Eastwood showed him it was possible. Seagal just couldn't execute it as well, but the blueprint was there. One master who proved action stars could become auteurs. Seagal studied that example closely. 6. John Gielgud. John Gielgud seems like an odd choice for an action star. Classical theater, Shakespeare. Nothing about Gielgud suggests Steven Seagal, but that's exactly why Seagal admired him.
Have a drink.
Ah,
No one in my family ever drinks.
that's great. You probably never run out of ice.
Gielgud represented pure craft, technique refined over decades. Seagal respected that discipline completely. Gielgud approached acting like martial arts, study, practice, mastery. That resonated with Seagal's Aikido background. Both required years of training. Both demanded precision. Gielgud never stopped learning, never stopped refining. Seagal saw himself the same way. Always training, always improving. Seagal talked about Gielgud's voice, how Gielgud could convey everything through tone alone. Seagal tried to do that with movement, make every gesture meaningful. Every technique is precise. Gielgud was theater royalty. Seagal was direct-to-video action. But the philosophy connected. One legend who showed that mastery requires lifelong dedication. Seagal understood that lesson perfectly. 5. James Mason. James Mason topped Seagal's list of favorites, the British actor who could play heroes and villains equally well. Mason had range, sophistication, the ability to suggest danger without demonstrating it.
Well, the little girl is probably asleep already in the bed, and, well, really,
Seagal wanted all of that. Mason showed him how refined menace looks. Mason's villains never shouted, they whispered. That stuck with Seagal. His characters rarely raise their voices. They speak softly. Then break bones. Mason taught him that threatening people effectively means never appearing threatening. Until you are. That contradiction fascinated Seagal. Watch Mason in North by Northwest or The Verdict. Controlled power, elegant danger. Seagal tried to bring that to action cinema. Mix Mason's sophistication with martial arts brutality. Create something unique. Whether he succeeded is arguable. But James Mason remained his gold standard. One actor who proved that danger looks better when it's dressed well. Seagal never forgot that lesson. 4. Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones made Under Siege work. Seagal admitted it later. Jones brought credibility as the villain, made the movie more than just another action film. Jones elevated everything around him.
There is nothing left.
Seagal recognized that immediately. Jones taught him what great supporting actors provide. Their collaboration was reportedly tense. Jones didn't suffer fools. Seagal had strong opinions. But the results spoke clearly. Jones made Seagal better, pushed him, challenged him. The film became Seagal's biggest commercial success, earned over $150 million worldwide. Jones deserved much of that credit. Seagal later called Jones one of his favorite collaborators. Not just favorite actors, favorite people to work with. That distinction matters. Jones demanded professionalism, brought intensity, made everyone raise their game. Seagal valued that. He wanted to work with actors who elevated him. Jones did exactly that. One partnership that showed Seagal what great acting looks like up close. 3. Gary Busey. Gary Busey brought chaos to Under Siege. Wild energy that contrasted perfectly with Seagal's stillness. Busey played the unhinged second villain. Over-the-top insanity.
He is an extreme psychopath. He hates officers. He hates America.
Seagal loved watching him work. Busey committed completely to every moment. No half measures. Pure theatrical madness. Busey taught Seagal about chemistry, how opposites create electricity. Seagal played controlled. Busey played uncontrolled. Together they made the film unpredictable. Seagal later praised Busey's fearlessness, the willingness to go anywhere, try anything, make bold choices without second-guessing. Their working relationship apparently stayed positive. Busey respected Seagal's martial arts skills. Seagal respected Busey's acting instincts. That mutual appreciation made Under Siege crackle. Both brought different energies. Both made the other better. Busey showed Seagal that sometimes you need the crazy to balance the calm. One wild card who made discipline look even more powerful. 2. Michael Caine. Michael Caine joined Seagal for On Deadly Ground, Seagal's directorial debut, environmental thriller mixed with action. Caine played the villain, a corrupt oil executive. Caine brought class to what could have been a mess. Seagal worshipped working with him, a legend taking his direction.
But in 6 months, we never met anyone who traded with him. One day,
Caine approached the role professionally despite the film's problems. Seagal later called directing Caine a career highlight, watching a master work up close, learning how Caine found characters, how he made even bad dialogue sound believable. Caine didn't phone it in despite the material. The film failed critically, but Seagal treasured the experience. Caine represented everything he admired: British sophistication, decades of craft, respect from serious filmmakers. Caine treated Seagal like a peer. That validation meant everything. Years later, Seagal still talked about those weeks. One icon who showed him respect when he needed it most. That generosity never faded. 1. Andrew Davis. Andrew Davis wasn't an actor. He was Seagal's most important director. The man who made Seagal a star. Above the Law launched his career. Under Siege became his masterpiece. Davis understood how to use Seagal, how to frame him, when to let him move, when to let him be still. Davis brought credibility to action cinema. He made The Fugitive after Under Siege, earned an Oscar nomination.
I'm very impressed with the focus on independent films, on American independent films and European independent films.
That legitimacy reflected on Seagal. Davis took him seriously as an actor, not just a martial artist, helped him find real characters inside the action. Their collaboration was built on mutual respect. Davis appreciated Seagal's Aikido expertise.
Very interested in politics and was very interested in making a kind of gutsy independent film of his own.
Seagal trusted Davis's filmmaking instincts. Together they created something special. Seagal's best performances came under Davis's direction, the only time he truly disappeared into roles. Davis later said Seagal had potential beyond action. I just needed the right material. One filmmaker who saw past the fighting, who helped Seagal become an actor instead of just a fighter. That partnership defined everything that followed. Seagal never ranked these names publicly beyond the first 6, but his choices reveal everything. Classical actors, quiet power, restrained menace. Those values shaped his career. Through them, he learned that action films could aspire to more, could reference classic Hollywood while breaking new ground. Whether he achieved that vision remains debated, but the ambition was real. Their influence lives in every Seagal film, fight by fight, frame by frame. Who's your favorite on the list? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel for more studio insights.